Hey guys, today's video is one of my personal favorite. Yes, we are making hot chocolate and that too 5 different ways. Without any further ado, let's just get started. So the first ingredient that you'll need across all 5 recipes is your dark chocolate. Once it is in room temperature, you can either cut it roughly, pound it, or simply grate it. Grated chocolate takes the least amount of time to melt for obvious reasons. I'll start with my favorite version of them all, the classic French or Parisian hot chocolate. In a saucepan which is not on heat yet, we'll add 2 teaspoons of unsweetened cocoa or cocoa powder, a pinch of salt to bring out the flavor, 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon powder, 2 teaspoons of brown sugar, you can use white sugar as well. Now mix this together and start adding 1 cup of milk little by little. We do this so that no lumps are formed and our hot chocolate is super silky and smooth. Once there are no lumps, add in the rest of the milk. 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence for the aroma and half cup of full fat fresh cream. Now turn the heat on and give it a mix. Once the milk is hot enough, I repeat hot and not boiling, we'll start adding in our chocolate. I'm adding in the cut chocolate first and then the grated one because grated one takes less time for obvious reasons. We'll just take this to one boil and take it off the heat. Can we just take a moment to appreciate how beautifully gooey, warm and thick this is? And cherry on the cake here are these gorgeous burnt, half melted vegan marshmallows. And like the French would say, just go try the sugarless shoe already. Next up, the Italian hot chocolate, also called as chocolate calda. I'm sorry for those of you who cringed. Now the process here remains similar, but instead of heavy cream, I'm adding in 1 teaspoon of cornstarch. Now because both cornstarch and heavy cream are thickening agents, if you add them together, it'll end up in a ganache and not a hot chocolate. Now while I mention all the ingredients and their quantity in the description box, the quantity of ingredients like sugar, cinnamon powder, vanilla essence, salt can be totally modified as per your liking. If you don't like any of them, you can completely leave them be, but I highly recommend them. Mix, mix, mix. You can use the vanilla extract if you have, that will obviously give you a better flavor. Now for the presentation, I am dipping in the brim of the glass into the hot chocolate and then pressing it over the grated dark chocolate. What this will do is create a ring of grated chocolate around the brim. This will then act as an added texture when you drink this. And mamma mia, our Italian hot chocolate is now ready. Next up, the American peanut butter hot chocolate. Now the base ingredients here remain similar, except that I am neither adding in fresh cream nor cornstarch. American version is comparatively thinner than the others, but hey, if you like it thick, then please go ahead and add that cream. I am adding in 1 teaspoon of sugar here instead of 2. And we do this because peanut butter also carries sugar in it. But if you're using an unsweetened peanut butter version, then you can continue adding the 2 teaspoons of sugar. I'm adding in 1 tablespoon of peanut butter here and I felt that that had quite a strong flavor. But if you like it more, then add more. In the hot milk, we'll add in the chocolate, mix it and combine it well. And we don't need to boil this. This is thinner, so this is a good consistency to stop at. With some toasty and earthy flavors and the crunch of peanuts, this hot chocolate is a delight. Now a moment for my slow-mo marshmallow shot, please. Topping some toasted peanuts, and there you are. The American peanut butter hot chocolate is now ready. Next up, the coffee walnut hot chocolate. Chocolate and coffee are a classic pairing, and inspired by the mocha flavors, I'm adding in 1 teaspoon of instant coffee powder to this drink. I recommend brown sugar for this particular flavor combination, but if you don't have it, then it's completely alright. You can use the white sugar as well. You know the drill by now. Add in the milk little by little and combine the dry ingredients so that no lumps are formed. Half cup of cream, because come on, coffee, chocolate and cream, it's a match made in heaven. Vanilla essence, dark chocolate. Again, don't take it too far, just take it to one boil and this should be good to go. I can totally imagine myself drinking this on a beautiful rainy day. Topping this with some whipped cream. I'm giving it a rustic look, just spreading it across. Some dark chocolate chunks. Some walnuts. You can either crush them or add them as is, it's your choice. And a sprinkle of coffee powder. Serving this in a Pushteni cup, which is probably aged more than me and my mom combined. This version sure is a coffee lover's dream. Next up, the Mexican flavor inspired chili hot chocolate. So traditionally, the chocolate caliente is made with stone ground cocoa beans, cayenne red chili peppers, unrefined raw sugar. But given I had none of them handy, I decided to use the proxy ingredients and call it the Mexican inspired chili hot chocolate. Demerara or palm sugar is also a very good alternative here. Now cream is important here because you want to balance out the heat of the chili. Callebaut, Regal, Morde, Amul, these are some good brands of dark chocolates out there in the market. Is this authentic? No. But is this delicious? Definitely yes. While I enjoy my hot chocolate, go check out my page on Instagram @foodtheory_with_Meenal. I'm keeping the garnish simple here, just some grated dark chocolate and a sprinkle of brown sugar. Now you'll have a lingering taste of chili with this version, but it is so worth it. So these were my favorite versions of hot chocolate across the globe. Tell me which one was yours in the comment section below. If you like this video, then please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, bye.